Good day, everyone. Another brand new week is upon us. This is week 39, 2024, which is a red coupon week. And we're here presenting you the paper preview video at your popular YouTube channel, the UK Coupon Key. I'm your host doing the presentation for this Monday afternoon, the 25th of March, 2024. During the course of this video recording, we'll be flipping through what transpired for last weekend, which was week 38, how we fared. And also, we'll be bringing you a very fine banker from our Niger record, while we have a pair. The banker is number 24, while we have a pair of number 13 pairing number 15, and that proof is coming from our right on football fixture. And remember, we have the secret extra tips which we'll be bringing your way, and this is the 5th week, I think, since when we started brought it to our notice. This is week 5 into that particular secret extra tip, which I believe by now some persons must have been making money from, and we want to see receipts in case you've been following us on the advice we give regarding the secret extra tip. Because if you've been following up by now, it should have been, if you succeed this week, you should be able to have recouped whatever capital you invested on these particular games which will be given out, and by week 10 should be able to have recouped and make profit on top of what you have, and then increase your stake on this particular digit. So we expect it to pull through for this week so that you would have recouped your capital invested. And also, if it gets to week 10 and it doesn't disappoint us, therefore by then you should have been able to make profit on top of what you have, and now increase what you are going to be staking on this particular secret extra tip. So we're doing this to benefit us, as you know. So in case you've been benefiting from it, you can show us receipt or just comment in the comment section to make us know how you've been enjoying this particular presentation. So that will be coming at the beginning or the middle or the end of the video recording as we move along. As you well know, this is the paper preview video. In case you are new to this platform, this is the platform where we give you the draws or the cannot draws, take it from the 1 to 49 matches of the coupon fixture for the week. And we deal with 3 major papers on this platform: the Post Telegraph, the Special Advance fixture, and the Right on Football fixture. This that we're looking right here in front of us is the Post Telegraph for week 39, 2024. This is the top tips column, and if you look closely at this spot where you have the XB rating, you have number 39 in that spot, and that is our week number, as you well know. This is week 39, and we have number 39 in that spot. And if you go to the page 2 of this journal, that number 39 is in the commentary game 6 column. So that's the sequence we're going to be looking in a subsequent video, because whenever you have the week number in that spot, that tells you something from this particular journal. Another area worthy of note on the front page of our Post Telegraph is the 4 draws column, where we have game 5 be repeated to game 7. That is the match Leon. I think that Leon is our number 39 as it were, and that is also the week number. So that repetition, we'll be looking into that in our subsequent video critically. So those are some of the things on the front page of this journal. This is also the traditional S column, where we have number 12, 48, and 47. Now we have serial number in box 2 and box 3 of our traditional X column. I think we have a sequence we'll be looking at also when you have a serial number in that column as well. Now let's see some other pages of these papers before we move to looking at the other journals on this platform. At the inside back page of the Telegraph, we have such columns as the Big Guns column, and under the Big Guns column we have the game 2 be repeated to game 4. That is Stranraer. That is coming from our Scottish division. Stranraer is on number 28. Yeah, number 28 from our Scottish Division 2. So that repetition, we'll be looking at it critically to know if that particular digit is going to give us a draw or not. That brings us to looking at what transpired for last weekend. We didn't fare too well for last week, and most disappointing was the third video we made, which was the cannot draw video, where we showcased 5 games, and at the end of the day 3 of them ended up being draws from those 5 games. That was a really disappointing outing on that. Then the second video we made, which was the main video recording, we projected the pair of number 12 pairing number 34 from our Post Telegraph, and for 2 weeks running we'll be having that successfully from our Post Telegraph, but we showcased that for last week, which was the 3rd week consecutively, and that didn't succeed. So we didn't know why that pair actually did fail, but it happens like that sometimes. Then the first video we made there, we showcased 2 pairs, but only one scale through, and one of the numbers were repeated there in that pair. So it was at the end of the day, the 2 pairs were supposed to be 4 games, but ended up to be 3 games. So I think that my friend, which usually use the cannot draw to rotate those pairs, have staked on 3 tickets, and one came out green. So he didn't lose money on that, but he made a very minimal profit, which well, profit is profit at the end of the day. He didn't lose his money. He didn't just get his money back. He made a little profit on top of what he invested. Well, that brings us to also looking at the special secret extra tip for this particular video recording, and that is telling us that number 48 is likely to be a cannot draw on this week 39, and that's the match between Woolwich and Heerenveen from our Eredivisie league in Netherlands, the Dutch league. So that is the match on that particular number 48. They've met 6 times now in recent past. I think Woolwich had 1 win, while Heerenveen had 2 wins, and they had 3 draws in between them. But we're not looking at that game as a draw for this week. But in case you have number 48 as a possible draw, please go ahead and use it and ignore what it is I have to say about that particular digit. Let me read out when they met and how the result fared. For the 14th of January 2021, it was Heerenveen 1, Woolwich 1. When they met on the 21st of August 2021, it was Heerenveen 3, Woolwich 2. When they met on the 12th of March 2022, it was Woolwich 0, Heerenveen 0. On the 7th of January 2023, it was Woolwich 0, Heerenveen 0 again. So they met on the 25th of February 2023. It was Heerenveen 1, Woolwich 4. That was a thrashing from Woolwich thrashing Heerenveen there. When they met on the 12th of August 2023, it was Heerenveen 3, Woolwich 1. So you see, when they want to win, they win with huge margin. In fact, they've had goal. I think 60% of the time they've met, and they've had goalless, a no-go twice. Okay, so it's looking like a go match and a go 12 kind of. So you can take such risks sometimes and increase your winning percentage. So that is number 48, and I think we're looking at that match as a possible cannot draw. But if you have it as a draw, please go ahead and utilize the games. Now that brings us to now looking at our second paper for this particular video recording, which is the special advance fixture. This week's fixture is a kind of a mixed fixture for the week. We have the Premiership division from numbers 1 to numbers 8 on the left hand side of our special advance fixture, while below that from numbers 9 to numbers 14, that is our Scottish Premiership division. Championship division takes place from numbers 15 to 18 for on Scotland. Then Scottish Division 1 is from numbers 19 and 20, while numbers 19 to 23. While our Scottish Division 2 is from numbers 24 through till numbers 28. So those are the matches from our Scottish Division and the Premiership Division right there for us. On the right hand side of this journal, we have such columns as the Treble Jeans column, where we have 14 games being forecasted. Below that is the Lotto sequence with our alphabet B and C that combines into numbers 2 and 3 as it were. Below the Lotto sequence is the shortlist column, and below the shortlist column is the expert trio column. Below the expert trio, we have the high score quiz column, where we have the numbers in box form right there. This is box 1, where we have number 2, and box 9 is housing number 47. Below the high score quiz column, we have the last but not the least column on the front page of our special advance feature, which is the easy column. So some repetition takes place between the expert trio, the high score quiz column, and the easy column, and we'll be looking at all of those repetitions critically. But these are some of the ways we project our draws from this particular journal. If you look at this also, you have number 2 in box 1, number 3 in box 2, and number 14 in box 3. Now, if you add 3 plus 14, that gives you 7. If you add 2 plus, okay, let's say 2 plus 5, that gives you 2 plus 3, that gives you 5. If you add it to 14, that gives you 19. If the answer can be found in your box 6, that's the sequence we have. We may likely be bringing your way in our subsequent video. And on the left hand side of this journal, we have, like I said, this week is a mixed week. we have the La Liga matches from numbers 29 to 35, and below that we have the French Ligue 1 from numbers 35 to 43, while below the French Ligue 1 is from 44 to 49, the Eredivisie League of the Netherlands. So those are the matches for this week. So see, it's kind of a mixed where we have the Premiership, we have the Scottish Division Premiership to League 2, and after that we have the La Liga, we have the French League and the Eredivisie League from Holland. So these are the matches on the fixture for this week. That brings us to now seeing our first sequence, which is telling us that number 24 is a possible live banker draw from our Ninja record. So now let's get into that preserve proper. On number 24 we have Dumbarton hosting Stenensmere. That's from our Scottish League 2. This is a tricky but very simple sequence, so you have to pay attention to see how I explain it, how best I can do my explanations for you to understand. This is week 30, 2021. Now, the date of play is what is controlling this sequence. We have 30, 31. Whenever the date of play falls on 30, 31, specifically 30, 31, that is the last days of the month. Therefore, you look at your year. This is 2021. If you split it into two, 20 goes to one half, then 21 goes to the other half. Therefore, you have to mark the one on the right hand side, which is 21. Look at your result for week 30, 2021. Number 21 was marked as a draw, and that was the match between Cagliari hosting Sassuolo. That match ended up in a 1-1 score draw for week 30, 2021. The next reference we have to consider now, week 17, 2021. Here we are again for that week. We have 30-31 as the date of play. Therefore, you come to your year, you have 2021. Split it into two halves. 20 goes on one side, while 21 goes on the other side. And that 21, which is in the right hand side, was marked as a 4-4 score draw for that week 17. It was the match between it was a 2-2 score draw. It was between Cheltenham hosting Sheffield Wednesday. That match ended in a 2-2 all square. So that was for week 17, 2021. The next reference week now we have to see is for week 4, 2022. Here it comes for that week. We have our date of play as 30, 31. Therefore, you take a look at the year. It was 2022. You split it into two halves. You have 20 on the one side, you have 22 on the other half, and 22 picked a draw for that week, and that was the match between Sheffield Wednesday 3, Portsmouth 3. So it's been given a score draw. Who knows? Maybe it will give score draw for this week, but take it as a draw first before anything else. So here we are for the week. Our date of play is 30-31, and the year is 2024. So if you split it into two halves, you have 20 on the one half and 24 on the other half. That is why we're telling you that you should take the one on the right hand side, which is 24. And we have Dumbarton hosting Stenensmere on number 24 from our Scottish League 2. So that is the game and the banker from our Ninja record, which we expect to put us in winning ways as it were. Now we'll be looking into our third paper for this video recording. That is our right on football fixture. And at this juncture, I want to ask you to click on that like button. It goes a long way to put this video out there for others to also see, so that they can enjoy what we do here, which are basically free of charge. And click on that subscribe button just in case you're not subscribed yet, or you're seeing our video for the very first time. And don't also forget to help us share these videos via your social media handle and by word of mouth to make people know about our platform, so that we can grow in number. That is our aim. We want to grow in number. Always click on the like button when you watch any of our videos, and also make us know how you feel about our presentation in the comment section. We really do appreciate all of that. We have to make it a two-way thing. We have to communicate with each other. We are talking to you, should talk back to us by using the comment section to reach out back to us. And also, we have a third video coming up, which we usually ask our viewers to choose a particular video they want to make us do for the extra corner video, which will give 5 options. Option number 1 is the one banker draw video, and the second option is the pair video. The third option is if you want us to make the NAP video, you can make that your choice. The fourth option is the winning line video, and the fifth but not the least option is if you want us to do the 5 dead games series video, you can make us know Place your comment in the comment section, read it up, and collect your suggestions and make a particular video based on popular demand. So that's our tradition on this particular platform. We really want you guys to encourage us. All that we do here is free of charge. So your way of encouraging us back is by clicking on that like button. Help you to share these videos and get it subscribed like I just mentioned to us. All of those we really do need, and they are all for free. So help us in doing that as you enjoy this particular clip where I take you through the right on football fixture for this week 39. At the front page of the right on football fixture, one area we're going to be looking at critically is where I drew some line. This is our 3 best draws column where we have number 6, 14, and number 33. And if you look at the box 3 of these 3 best draws, which is number 33, it's been repeated to the 14 box. Not only there, it was also being transferred to the compiler's X verdict column. It was taken to game 3 of that particular slot. And in recent times, I think that repetition has been taking place quite often. Did it in week 37 if I remember correctly. Think week 31 again, or week 35, something like that. But this type of return has been coming up so often in recent times. So I think we'll be looking at that to know what it is that is making them to bring this repetition often. So I think that's the most important one we want to look at from the front page of our right on football fixture. Let's see the back page as well to see if we have anything to talk about in that space. At the back page of the right on football fixture, I think it doesn't say much for this week. We have the expert final pair as number 22 and 23, while the key column is having number 29. Then the overseas pools compiler draw statistics column, where we have our alphabet A to P there. We have numbers below those 3 numbers below each of those alphabet. So that is the much we can actually take from our right on football fixture. Then the late news column did not produce much draw. Can only see a draw at this spot, the left hand side of the trio, while only one draw was also being marked amongst those 8 games in that column. And they did something for the first time for this late news last weekend, where they placed this match, which was AFC Clyde and versus Oxford. That match wasn't in the coupon, so I don't know the rationale behind them putting a match that's not in the fixture at that late news column. But they gave it a home win. I think that match actually ended up as a home win for last week. So we'll be watching out for something like that subsequently when they do it. That brings us to the high point of today's prediction, and that is telling us that the pair of number 13 pairing number 15. The proof is coming from a right on football fixture. You have to pay attention. All the proof that we have for this video recording, they are top notch. They are something you will not find elsewhere. So pay attention to this one as well, because it's kind of tricky. This is the right on football fixture for week 35, 2023, and that's the reference week we're going to be treating. It's an all-red coupon week sequence. And how do you get your pair from this particular journal? You come to your compiler X selection column, game 1 and 2. We have number 27 in game 1, while number 31 is in game 2. Now, if you subtract 27 from 31, you have a difference of 4. So that's how the sequence operates. When you subtract the game 1 from game 2, or the game 2 from game 1, whichever one is bigger, subtract the small one from the bigger one, and you get a difference of 4 in between them. Therefore, you go to your compiler's final 4 column to pick your pair. So when you come to your compiler final 4 for that week, this is the compiler's final 4 column. You take your 3rd position and the 4th position. So for this week 35 now, we have number 2 and 13 in that spot. So 2 and 13, definitely we expect it to give us a draw. And we marked number 13 as a draw for that week. Sorry, number 19. That was in 13. It was 2 and 19. So we marked number 19 as a draw for week 35, 2023. The next reference week we have to consider now with 43, 2023. In our compiler X selection column, game 1 we have 23, in game 2 we have number 19. So if you subtract 19 from 23, your answer is 4. Hence your answer is 4, so you move straight, and it's a red coupon week, you move straight to your compiler final 4 to pick your pair.